Welcome back, everyone. Great to have you here today. Thank you so much for tuning into our second Cabral HouseCall of the weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed yesterday's show. We went over so many great questions from the community. Hopefully you were able to tune into that. If not, here's what we went over. So we went over what's called vasodilation, blood pressure dysregularity, vasomotor. We talked about histamines. We also spoke about hormonal cystic acne, what might be the fix for that. We talked about bicuspid aortic valve issues, basically congenital heart issues, what to do, what you can work on for sure. That's within your control. We also talked about wireless hearing aid devices. Are they dangerous because of EMFs or magnetic frequencies, just like wireless headphones? We also talked about what? Carbonated beverages and alcohol causing stomach pain, and then what to do if you see high mercury on one of your labs. So that was yesterday's show. You can find that at stephencabral.com/1996. And if you'd like to read along with today's questions, you can head over to stephencabral.com/1997. We are closing in on episode 2000. Excited about that. And again, like I said, if you're new to the show, we answer 6 questions every Saturday, 6 every Sunday from the community. And it takes about 8 weeks to get yours answered live on the show. Without further ado, let's dive in. Today's first question is from Maria. Maria says, forever grateful for your knowledge. I recently heard that baking potato, starchy foods, causes the formation of a harmful substance called acrylamides, which can be carcinogenic. Apparently, it's from the chemical reaction of certain sugars in the amino acid asparagine from the high temperature cooking. Furthermore, if you eat baked potato, it is recommended not to eat the skin, or just better to steam or boil. Never heard of this before, so I was wondering if you have. Thank you. And this is definitely a repeat question. One thing I want to add, this is really important, is that if you already asked the question, it takes about 8 weeks to get it answered. So if you submit it, what happens is we get those questions asked again. The best thing to do is go to stephencabral.com/podcasts and just use the search box and type in your keyword, such as acrylamides. And you will find, I'm doing it right now, stephencabral.com/podcasts. You will find the podcast with the word acrylamide in it. And let's see here, Apple F, and I'm going to put in acrylamide. Okay, Maria asked back on episode 1947 this same question. Maria, head on back to episode 1947, and anybody else who wants to hear the answer to that, and you will have your answer there, all right? Today's 1997. 50 episodes ago, your answer was right there. All right. Simon's up next. Hi, Dr. Cabral. You've mentioned many times that fruit does not digest well with other food groups, but that it can be the best way to get carbs after a workout. Is it okay to combine whole fruit? I don't have the opportunity to blend with my post-workout shake. I assume as the shake is dissolved, the typical food combining rules don't apply. I was also wondering if it's okay to consume fruit with that much water. As an aside, would you recommend any particular common fruit over others post-workout if my goals are muscle gain and recovery? Thanks so much. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is an easy one. So remember, I said that fruit doesn't combine well with other foods, which is the truth. And if you blend it, though, kind of all bets are off. And the reason is this. You've taken all the food that takes hours to digest, you blended it, you turned it into mush food, which is now ready to digest. You've taken away the digestive stress on the body and put it all together. Now, if you get bloating from mixing foods together, even when it's blended or fruit processed, then yes, you should not mix fruit with it. And I agree with that, right? So it's different. Different for different people, right? We have to make different recommendations. But here's what I used to do. This is really easy because I used to take creatine back in the day. I'm thinking about college right now. I didn't have a blender. So here, after my workouts especially. So here's what I did. In the gym, I would carry with me my regular water bottle, big water, and I'd have creatine. And yes, you can mix creatine with sugar and dextrose and all these great things. You can definitely do that if you want to. But I would just eat a banana after my workout, and then I would have my creatine and my banana. 20 minutes later, I'd have my protein shake. It's an easy way to do it. But that would only be a half hour before I would then go to dinner. So I want to share with you why. So basically, after my workout, my whole goal was muscle gain. So my goal was to put on as much muscle mass as I could. This is not for weight loss or anything like that. So I said, okay, I don't want to sacrifice any muscle. So what I'm going to do, I didn't have money for a lot of other supplements, but I could afford my protein powder, which had carbs and all that good stuff. And I could eat a piece of fruit and do my creatine first. Okay, I let the creatine get right in there. I put some sugar in with it. Banana's higher glycemic. It's very fast digesting. 20 minutes later, basically, I'm just taking the rest of my water from my water bottle or using the gym water, which I know is not clean. Now I know that. And I'm just shaking it up. And then I drink my protein shake. And then I head to dinner. I'm probably eating dinner like half hour or so. But an hour later, I start to sit down to eat that, 45 minutes to an hour. So now I'm consuming all this food after my workout because, again, it's a good idea. It actually works if you put in, again, there's different debates on this, but it's not a bad idea if you're looking to put on weight and put on muscle to eat about a third of your calories in and around your workout within a few hours. Now, again, I know that you can use it before that early in the day and all that, but again, my goal was putting on as much mass as possible. So that answers your question, hopefully, but basically, yes, you can just carry around a banana, which is easy to digest because essentially there's no skin on it. So if you think about it, let's say you had an apple. The apple, you're eating the skin. It's going to slow that glycemic response, slow the digestion. You need to break down all that fibrous skin. Same with berries. So what I want you to do is this. Think about it. What fruit could you eat that you peel the skin off? It's going to be typically a little bit higher glycemic. It's not a perfect all for one for all, but again, bananas are inexpensive, and if you want to get that fruit in before your protein shake, you're welcome to do that. How much water is okay? Well, keep in mind, fruit is essentially 80 to 90% water, some even more. So you don't want to become bloated by drinking too much water after your workout because then you dilute your digestive juices. So banana, a little bit of water to get down whatever you need, and that's about it. So hopefully that was helpful. Meredith's up next. Hi, Dr. Ball. Thank you so much for all your help and support. I listen to your podcast religiously. I need help with the quarantine 10. I gained this weight last year during the stress of the pandemic. I cannot get it off no matter what I try. I've done 2 of your detoxes, the CBO protocol, mold protocol, the finisher, and intestinal cleanse. I've tried exercise and eating habits that always worked for me in the past, and nothing works. I've even worked with a hormone doctor who's put me on natural thyroid, progesterone, and testosterone. I might have slight insulin resistance as well. Any advice on where to go next is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, here's the thing. And this is just like, I want to give it to you as straight as possible. You have 10 pounds to lose and you can't lose that last 10. So if you do a 14-day functional medicine detox, and you don't lose 7 to 10 pounds, there's a metabolic issue. There really is. Because you're combining daily intermittent fasting, 2 days, basically 48 to 60 hours of liquid-based fasting. You're resetting glucose. You're resetting hormones. You're resetting, inflammation. I'm getting all choked up. And you're going to be able to lose the weight. If you don't, there is most likely then a metabolic issue. So now we need to look at that. Like, what is the issue? My highest recommendation, because I don't want to guess, because then it's just going to frustrate you to a greater degree, is that we look at the stress hormone mood and metabolism test and any other lab that you would like to run that's going to help you get you there. Like, meaning you should know your vitamin D levels. You should know not just your TSH, but your T4, T3 to see if you're not getting as much as you should in there. Are you using the daily foundation protocol every day with your omega-3s, your daily probiotic, your daily fruit and vegetable blend, your daily nutritional support, maybe your digestive enzyme as well to make sure that you're getting all the nutrients you need? That's super important, well overlooked because the body might be getting enough macros but starving for micros. So there's so many different directions, but I'll tell you this, there's always an answer. Like, hands down, there's always an answer. So if you can only run one, then I would recommend running that stress hormones, mood and metabolism test over at Equilife, EQUI.life. And they'll, we'll get you the plan for you. All right, Allie's up next. Hi, Dr. Ball. Absolutely love the podcast and learned so much from you already. I'm writing in about my mom. She's 63. Started about 3 years ago. She started slurring her words and got increasingly worse ever since. She takes medication for her thyroid. She's low blood pressure and also has type 2 diabetes. We're unable to trace anything specific, and her doctor doesn't seem to care or ask questions. Is it possible that's a side effect of the medication, or could it be something more serious, like a stroke? I tried researching it on my own. I'm not able to go to doctor's appointments with her and wasn't able to find anything helpful. Looking for your advice on what sort of underlying root cause imbalances would lead to consistent slurred speech. Okay. So thank you for writing in. Happy to help. So we are looking at, I don't know that it's specifically medication-based, always possible. It's more likely, and again, I can't give you medical advice or treatment protocols or diagnosis or cures, right? We don't provide medical advice here. But, so your mom has a thyroid issue. She has a blood pressure issue, and she has a glucose issue, right? Insulin issue with type 2 diabetes. So there's certainly underlying root causes that are causing inflammation in the body that could be affecting her neurology as well, right? So now it's leading to slurred speech. Or it is possible that she did have, I mean, they call them mini strokes, but I just feel like there's nothing mini about a stroke. You know, it's not like something we should even say mini about, like maybe minor or non-fatal stroke. It's very serious. So here's the issue. No matter what, I mean, if anybody is diagnosed with a disease, they have multiple underlying root causes. Inflammation is part of the symptoms of the underlying root cause. So we're talking about potential gut issues, potential heavy metal overload, potential food sensitivities, potential electrolyte imbalances with the blood pressure. There's a lot going on. No specific way for me to help you with one silver bullet, except I would absolutely run the big five if your mom is open to it. If she's not going to follow through with a natural health-based plan based on those lab results, then I just don't want you to waste the money. But if she is, then it could be a game changer. All right, Allie, hopefully that's helpful. Simon's up next. Hi, Dr. Ball. I have a very different question this time. Our healthy 6-month-old has been suffering with very bad eczema. I've struggled to isolate the cause, given he is 100% breastfed, natural water birth, no antibiotics, occasionally natural soap in the bath. I did have some eczema, though, when I was young. We have been using mineral oil, which I understand isn't great, for fear that natural food oils might cause future allergies in the baby. And the last time he got so bad, we used steroid cream. I feel stuck as most natural treatments seem either inappropriate for a baby, the ways of isolating the cause, gut permeability, stress, don't seem applicable for a breastfed baby. Can you please provide any thoughts on how we can address the underlying cause of this issue and treat the next flare-up if we need to? Would probiotics be advisable in a 6-month-old? Thank you so much. Okay, couple things. One, we don't treat anything, Simon. You know we don't. All right, so what we want to do, though, is find the underlying root cause. Breastfed. Okay, so let's work backwards. Again, I love foundational thinking, first principles. It's basically how I live my life. Sometimes it's annoying to other people because I'm looking for solutions. Again, like if people bring me a problem, I'm going to try to bring you a solution. It's what I do. If people bring me a problem and they don't want a solution, I'm not the right person to speak with because I enjoy the detective work of this, right? So it's like, okay, let's go back to first principles. Eczema is typically caused by food sensitivities and gut issues. Okay. The baby is only being breastfed. Could the nutrients from the mother, from what she's eating, be causing the eczema? And the question is, absolutely. We see this all the time. So let's look at what mom is eating that is causing inflammation in the baby. Now, we typically see gluten, eggs, and cow's milk dairy as the biggest culprits, but it could be anything else. Have mom run the 3 digestive tests if she would like, because also remember, a mom can pass on candida or improper bacteria to a baby through a vaginal-based birth. And for a C-section, a baby could lack all of the good bacteria that they were supposed to get during a vaginal-based birth. Again, life isn't perfect. I get it. I understand it for sure. And one more thing that I wanted to bring to you. And yes, there are liquid probiotics that mom could put on her breast while she is nursing your baby that could then lead to some good, healthy bacteria in your child. Two that we typically use in our practice. Doesn't mean it's right for you. B. infantis and L. reuteri have worked really well for us. All right. So hopefully that is helpful, Simon. And it looks like we have one more question to go here today, and it's from Pia, P-I-A. Dear Dr. Cabral, thank you so much for everything you are doing for the health and wellness of the world. I just did a detox. I'm on my first month of the CBO, and we'll do an intestinal cleanse as well as the heavy metal detox and CBO finisher. A big thanks to your team as well for getting me on the right path after breastfeeding for 20 months and being depleted. First question, my partner and I would like to start trying for a second baby as quickly as possible. Is this already possible during the CBO finisher? Second question, before falling pregnant again, I would like to get some dental work done, which is not necessarily from a medicine standpoint, but from a visual standpoint, and it's very important to me. It would include pulling 4 healthy teeth to create more space in my mouth and therefore undergoing surgery. Is there an ideal time frame during all my protocols to undergo this procedure? And how can I support my teeth and bones to heal and restore after the surgery? All the best from Germany. By the way, yesterday I finally started my IHP certification and cannot wait to change the view of healthcare together with you and the other IHPs. Amazing. Love to hear this. This is fantastic. Good for you. So you wanted to tackle your own health, and now in the future, you want to help others. That's the tagline. Heal yourself, heal others. That's what we're all about inside of the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute. Okay, so let's get you some answers. You can start the dental surgery because you're choosing to, cosmetic-wise, because I'm assuming you're taking teeth out so that you can have more space to straighten your teeth. Okay, that's your personal choice. And here's what you want to do. You want to, because they're going to put you on antibiotics. You're having surgery. You could get infections in your mouth. They're putting you on antibiotics. Okay. Do that. You're going to have to do that basically as soon as possible because you're probably going to have to do a modified CBO protocol. If not, you're going to have to do the clean gut probiotic along with the CBO finisher for at least 8 weeks after you do the antibiotics, all right? And you can use that during the same time. That's your CBO finisher, all right? So you can do clean gut probiotic instead of your daily probiotic because remember, they're giving you antibiotics. You don't want that yeast to overgrow. Clean gut probiotic and the healthy gut support, those 2 products. Okay. You asked me another question. Okay, do the heavy metal detox as soon as you can, right? When you finish the CBO protocol, go into the heavy metal detox. You might have your dental procedure at the same time. Then give yourself 12 weeks. Heavy metal detox, 6 weeks. Dental procedure, probably on antibiotics for 10 days or so, whatever your doctors tell you. What are you going to do next? Okay, you may use some infrared sauna. You might do some more healing-based modalities. You're going to go through your heavy metal detox. You might want to do another functional medicine detox. And then you're 12 weeks removed from basically starting the CBO finisher. You're at least 8 weeks away, 8 weeks removed from doing your antibiotics, so you can repopulate that healthy gut. And then at that point, and again, I'm just giving you advice I'd give myself because I can't tell you what to do, right? You decide what's right for you. I'm just saying, hey, if this was my wife, this is exactly what I do. And then you could start trying essentially 8 weeks to 12 weeks after you finish the heavy metal detox and you finish the dental-based procedures. All right. So hopefully that was helpful. Again, I'm always happy to do follow-ups. I know it takes 8 weeks or so to get them answered, but always happy to do that. So everyone, thank you so much. Honestly, I do really appreciate every review you leave for the Cabral Concept and our intermittent fasting podcast over there. And I read every single one. And I really appreciate you. So thank you so much. Have a great rest of the weekend. And I'll talk with you tomorrow on our next Mindset and Motivation Monday.